What's there? Yeah, he'll have books on board there, and he'll be right from the signing on the way back.
How about these guides and deckhands on board the boat, too? Nah, the crew, huh? Yeah, I knew you'd enjoy meeting them. And they're not done taking care of you yet, either, because while you were on shore, snack time was being prepared, and anybody who wants to try some is going to get to sample wild Alaskan sockeye salmon pretty soon. It was caught out in the ocean, by the way. Not in the rivers after they change color and get tuckered out, but it's a peak of their quality in the sea. We'll tell you why that matters in a sec. And I believe I see Lori Alloway coming down the trail. Veteran of the Iditarod and bathing beauty. Looks like Roxy's out there too. Thank you very much for sharing your knowledge with us, Laura. We appreciate that.
Just go into a restaurant place, old dredges out there.
I mean, it's just something to do, but we don't
Laura was trailing on. Go down there. Oh, yeah.
out ideas.
She's the dog girl.
Is that closer here in town? Or is that we have to go back to your house
We're going out to Fox. And, yeah, we have to get the boys. Or I do. That's why I brought my car in. I thought, you know, if you guys stayed in and they're back, I'll just whip out to get them.
Just whip out.
Didn't rain on us.
Now, as far as why we make that differentiation between river cod and ocean cod salmon, has to do with their life cycle, actually. The salmon that we see here in Alaska are born in fresh water. They swim out to the ocean. They live their whole life out there in the sea, come back into fresh water to spawn. And they leave it all on the field when they're doing that, because there's just one thing on their mind. So all of the bulk they've accumulated gets burned off, the meat and the oil and the fat, and their organs shrink up, and they're not in a very good mood and don't taste very good once they've been in the river for quite some time. So that's not the place to get someone that you're going to eat. We'll show you the difference actually right up here on the screen. If you look on the monitor, the sockeye salmon you see on our postcards usually have a red body and a green head. But these have not been in freshwater, so they're still a bright silvery blue in their ocean bright condition. That's what you get when you order in a restaurant, and that's what the family likes to share with you here. The Binkley's have the processor go through them by hand, pick out grade 1, the restaurant grade. The others get processed in different ways, and then they're filleted and boned by hand, soaked in the brine we learned about back there at fish camp with brown sugar and salt, and then it goes over real alderwood, which is what gives it that sweet, smoky flavor, just like we learned about from I've forgotten who we learned it from now. All the days, but Sean Dean. The days just pushed together after a while. And after all that's done, the smoking and the brining, it all goes in the can by hand too. They don't even let a machine do that part. So what you see right there, folded fillet, is what we're going to share with you, mixed up with some cream cheese so it doesn't flop right off your crackers. So that we can't feed to you. And I'll give you the recipe for the dip so that when you get back home, you can make this very easily at your jealous neighbor parties, featuring 18 solid hours of your Alaska adventure videos. But people won't stay for the whole thing if you don't feed them, so do what we do. Medium-sized bowl, 2 cans of salmon, 8 ounces of cream cheese, and that's it. Just mix and you're good to go. That's the ratio that we use here. And if you make this, don't drain the oil out of the can, because that's all that's in there with the filet. And the oil adds texture and then tasty flavor, plus the health benefits that come from eating wild seafood. You've heard about that, right? A lot of that's in the oil. And if you don't believe me, all you have to do is look at the crew on this boat. Because we eat salmon 2 times a day, every day, for the entire summer.
What a treat.
That's why we all look so good.
Full of oil.
Big picture now. I'm sorry, I left you out over here, didn't I? That's why everybody's so friendly up here and why we live a long time. It's because of how we eat. I'll be 85 years old this October. I feel great. So why don't you get in on it with us, all right? We're going to serve on all 4 decks, right behind the wheelhouse up top. Here on the 3rd deck, forward or to the back. On the 2nd deck, there's the smokehouse, and back in the trading post where Dave Monson is. You can have salmon to visit with him. And our main deck galley for you folks on deck 1. And while you enjoy the salmon, we're going to give your ears a break. So any questions, put a hand up, talk to you one-on-one. If you want to know specifically about salmon, then just ask the crew when you have a bite. They can tell you how to get some home if you would like to, or anything about it. So I will leave you to it, check on you again in a little while, and enjoy your salmon party in the meantime.
Okay.
I've only got 6 coaches and campers.
Out.
Looks good.
Take a little bite.
I thought it was a recipe.
Sorry, sir?
I thought it was a recipe.
Of the recipe for the salmon?
I was going to take a picture of it. That's not the recipe.
Salmon. regular sir, it's 4 ounces of blue cheese, 1 glass.
Looks good.